Alright guys, hey, it's the Marine here bringing you another replay review. I'm currently in my AMX 30P, almost done with this grind. I'm really in no hurry to get it done. It's absolutely fantastic tank. But as you can see here, the map is Mountain Pass, and it's not dynamic enough. You get down here, you brawl. Some people can get it down in here, but if you win this corner, they're pretty much screwed. And of course, there's the ice road, and now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to deploy down here to this corner and just try again to help control this area in particular. So let's just speed up the little replay a little bit until we actually get into the fight. Now, by running the strong coffee and the vents, I do feel a very good buff to the overall handling of the tank as well, meaning that it can turn a little bit better. It's just more able to get up and move. So setting up this bush to quickly get a shot into this AMX 50B. I need to be careful because they do have 3 artillery, and I make a mistake here. I poke up entirely way too soon before I was loaded in order to get a snapshot into that 5120. And so now you're going to see me start to back off. I have a T-54, I have a 140 and a Leopard in front of me, as well as a 50B, but they have an IS-7, a T-57, a 50B, a lot of tanks with a lot of armor or DPM or just fantastic guns. So here I'm backing up my buddy Rojo from Rello. Just looking for shots of opportunity here. Now I think he meant to shoot Rojo there, but he unfortunately shot me, which is much too bad. And I'm already down now to 726 HP, and they still have a lot of enemies left here on this corner. But you're going to see some just fantastic work from myself and Rojo here in the situation. And so I feel like that's just a good example of, by using vents and strong coffee, that this gun can get. Bit unfortunate there with that miss, but that'll happen. So again, just trying to back up Rojo. Just waiting for this T-54 to make a mistake and poke too far forward. And unfortunately he didn't that time. Yeah, as you can hear, they are using heat somewhere. Not sure which tank. It may be the 30, it may be the T-54. It really doesn't matter here in this situation. Now, because of the pressure that they are getting up on the ice road, the 140 has actually disengaged. But here I need to be very, very careful. Fortunately, we were able to take out that T-57, which is absolutely huge. Rojo's putting up a fantastic fight here with these guys, just trying to slow them down. And here we're just, again, trying to slowly stem the tide. Really just don't want to allow myself to become a focus here, but I absolutely have to back the Rojo up. Aim directly at the mantle, it's not very likely to bounce in that situation. Rojo picked up a nice kill there on that AMX 30. And he's managing to stay out of harm. Here I was looking for a shot on the IS-7, and I believe he may have blind shot through the bush. Missed another shot there, but Rojo or the 57 actually was able to take him out. And so now we've actually evened up the score. But at this point I'm down to 213 HP. And unfortunately, that T-57 made a horrible, horrible play there and didn't try to shield my buddy Rojo. He had the HP and, frankly, a little bit better armor frontally. He should have been the one out front taking the hit. But now we have to turn around and flex back towards base. We have a 140 up on our base. It's just going to be a big time pain for us to try and deal with. And as you can see, I'm not necessarily the best driver here on Earth. And so what I'm hoping to do is actually get up underneath this 140 and just try to proc spot him or get some quick vision on him for the 57 behind me and for the artillery. Managed to pick up a nice snapshot, and I bounced a shot from the 140. And fortunately, our artillery was able to take him out there, which was absolutely huge for improving our chances to win this. And I do compliment the artillery for making that shot. And so now I'm going to come here and secure the bridge. What is going to happen here is the 57 is going to push up underneath and try to get some vision on him. I'm going to come over here and try to get some longer range shots. Now, because it is an E3, if I do have to engage him frontally, I need to have that extra penetration. So you do see me load some heat here. The heat with this gun is absolutely fantastic. One thing that I picked up recently from Xena, from the EU server of Fame, is that they're more willing to shoot premium ammunition whenever the situation could possibly dictate that you need it. And so that's one thing that I've started to do is there's a chance I could need this heat, so I am going to use it. And so the E5 has spotted the E3, so I'm going to come up here and try to get some shots into him. A little bit unfortunate there with the direction the RNG took my shot, but fortunately the next round was able to penetrate. Now I can see the Batchat 25T down below, and the E3 turned to face me. I want nothing to do with that tank frontally if I can avoid it. So we do need to quickly work this E3. The Batchat is probably going to come up behind the 57. Bit fortunate to make that penetrating shot. I'm using third person here. Now I could have taken a shot at that E3, but I needed to make sure that I was not rushed by this waffle. By taking the shot into him earlier, I was able to turn this engagement to one that I can win. Had I shot the E3, the waffle would have just pushed me. I would have been shit out of luck, frankly, and he would have killed me because I just would not have been able to back out of the situation. And so now I need to come and try to engage this Batchat. Now as you can see, I'm back to loaded APCR. And unfortunately for us, this Batchat did not try to rush the E3. And so now it's just a matter of finding this E3 and killing him, and then going after artillery. And so what I feel like I demonstrated here is just a good situational awareness for the tanks that I needed to engage and the tanks I was facing in this situation. Had I been more committed to the brawl and been a little bit more front, I would have been dead. Had I chosen to kill the E3 instead of taking that first shot into the Waffle 4, I would have been dead. And there's a good chance that we would have lost because the Waffle 4 would have killed me. There would have been 3-on-1 with the T-57 Heavy, and I don't think he would have won that. And was able to pick up the final kill on the artillery, bringing myself to 5,045 damage showing. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at some post-game results. Now, as you can see, this was indeed a mastery, and I picked up the Confederate medal and the high caliber. Team-wise, I did in fact do 5,045 damage, 5 kills for base experience of 1,440. And in the end, also did 1,040 assistance damage. My platoon mate, Rojo, he did 4,322 with 348 assistance damage here. As you can see from this team list, we did absolutely hard carry this team. The E3 did okay, but pretty much everyone else down below that did absolutely nothing. But the tier 9s in this battle, because we picked our engagement correctly, we saved our HP, and we just showed overall good awareness of the battle going on around us, that we were able to carry this fight. And in the end, even though I fired some heat rounds and I used a chocolate, or not chocolate, but strong coffee, I was still able to make a profit of 6,465. This was an absolutely fun battle. It is my second mastery in the AMX 30P. This has been an absolute fun tank to play. I will continue to keep this tank. My crew skill right now, I believe, is at 85% or close to on its 4th skill. And it's just going to stay in this tank forever. Anyway, guys, this was a replay review from, again, the AMX 30P and with 10K W8. Not going to complain about that, though. But ultimately, the most important result is we got the victory. I won and had a great time doing it. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed.